Hello, hola, bonjour, bonsoir, buenas noches. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narc Alert. Happy Saturday, everybody. Excuse me, as usual, I'm sucking on a lozenge. I finished being Canadian seconds ago. Oh, Rio, Mr. Man is here. Rio. He was just being a going concern a minute ago, so I'm happy he's settled in his chair. And we have some treats for him for later, so we'll do a little treats. Hello to everybody. I think Valentine was first. You know, I'm not good at that first thing. You're all first. Woohoo, everybody's first. I saw some Paige said I'm first after about 60 people got here. So, happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mine has been uneventful. Well, it was an unusual Saturday for me. I was cuted awake this morning. Cuted awake this morning by Mr. Man at 5 a.m. Now, I'm not a proper old lady. My sleep schedule is not normally that time. I usually go to bed at 2 and get up around 8:30 or 9. But this guy, I'm lying there this morning, minding my own business in bed, and I feel this commotion right here. And I have to look after a couple minutes because I can feel that he's there, but he's not doing it. Like, I don't know what he's doing, right? So I look over and he's standing. You know how they stand perfect like a statue? He's standing perfect like a statue and he's staring. Just staring at me. And it cracked me up and it made me giggle. And then as soon as you giggle, he knows you're awake and then all bets are off. Then he's wandering around my head and he's rolling over my face and he's purring. So what could I do? I had to get up. I got up at 5:30 this morning, which is dumb. Look at all these windows. Hang on. Let me close some of these windows. Amberlynn Reed. We don't need that open tonight. So tonight, I don't think we need that one open. Okay, sorry. Let me check in here. V, you didn't miss anything. You just got here. We just all got here. We're still taking our coats and stuff off. Corgi Mark says, seeing your channel grow makes me so happy. Thank you very much. It makes me really happy too. Sometimes it freaks me out a little bit. You know, sometimes I get these growth spurts. It's kind of slow right now, but sometimes I go up a lot of members in a month, and it's kind of, sometimes it's a little freaky, to be honest. Because I kind of just feel like you guys are my buddies, and then when the buddy number gets to be really high, it's a little freaky. Let me just go turn my phone off here. Sorry, let me put this on Do Not Disturb. Please do not disturb us with these ridiculous, boring emails. Okay. All right, we're good. So, yeah, 5 a.m. I got up because of him. Now, that said, it wasn't bad. I got up. I got to do nothing. I frigged around forever, and then it was 7. It was still really early. So, Daddy Tim and I met early at 10, we usually meet at 11:30 or so. Had our usual boring breakfast. Good, not complaining. And then walked around and did, errands. That's about it. Boring day. Uneventful. But always lovely because I love spending time with Tim, so it's fine. Bob says, how's the weather? It's 7 Celsius there. It's -4. It's cold here. We had a big dump of snow last night. So, I don't know. I'm just over it. I hate winter. I hate friggin' winter. I hate the snow. I hate hockey. I hate cold weather. I don't even eat poutine. Cancel me, Canada. Cancel me. There's a lot of other stuff I love about Canada, and I think I live in the best damn city in the world. But all that crap I can do without. I heard somebody say snow. Darth Cater says snow in LA. I heard there was snow in LA. Yeah, but climate change isn't real, right? That's normal weather patterns, right? Poutine is overrated. Like, the first couple of chips off the top are nice, but then it's just a molten mass of crap underneath. It's like nachos. Nachos? Hot take, overrated. The first 8 chips are great. After that, it's not. Or poorly made nachos. All the crap is on the top. After you eat those ones, it's just dried chips underneath. You got to layer this stuff, right? Anyway. Poutine. Washable marker. But I'm a Toronto girl, and I live in Ontario, and I think it sounds pretentious of me to say poutine and crème de menthe. I'm Toronto. I'm a Toronto girl. We bastardized the French language. We own it. It's not a good thing, but we own that we do it. So, our mod Sophie, I will say, was at a very exciting convention this weekend. So, working girl, boss babe, working on the weekends, making a difference in the world. Darth from LA, but right now in Ontario, California. Trudeau is shaking. I don't care. Don't talk about politics. Not a fan of nachos, but ate such delicious nachos in a restaurant in Mallorca. Never had anything like them since. When they're done well, they can be fantastic. Like, I like making them. If I make them for myself at home, I make them flat on a pizza platter. I don't stack them. I don't understand the logic other than it looks nice. It doesn't cook properly. It doesn't cook evenly. And then there's chips that are dry in the middle. If you do them flat on a pizza plate, they're delicious, right? Anyway, hot take on nachos now. I'll probably get canceled. I still get people in the comments coming at me about the pecan thing. They're going, you're being really nitpicky. It's regional. Yeah, I know it's regional. It's called humor. I know we all pronounce things differently when we live in different places, and that's okay. However you pronounce it is right to you. It's called a joke. Anyway, I thought tonight, well, maybe not just tonight, but quite frankly, Amber Lynn is really not that exciting lately. And again, she hasn't uploaded in 2 days. I trust that you guys will let me know. If she uploads, we will definitely, sorry, I got lost in the chat for a minute there. If she uploads, we'll definitely react to it, but I don't think she is going to. And that last video was boring as hell. Did you see Oh, let's watch that. It's been a couple days, and I don't think he'll copyright claim me. Did you see Under the Hood, Mr. Snowflake's reaction to the last Amberlynn video? It's like 3.5 minutes long. We have to watch that. We have to watch that. It's so funny. Have you guys seen it? Some of you have seen it, I'm sure. But it's been a couple days, so he got some. It's been a day, so he's got some views. We're going to watch it. Let's watch it. Jamie did a members. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Jamie, thank you. Sorry, I had the wrong chat thing closed. Jamie, thank you so much for gifting. Jamie is like the membership gifting queen. I think 90% of my members are gifted from Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. And let's see who got. Deanna, oh no, Antonio, Steph, Deborah, Sophia, Nini, and Metanoia. Wow, thank you, Jamie. Jamie, I was thinking of you earlier because I found Rio. Rio sent Jamie... Rio didn't send Jamie anything. Rio's rude. Jamie sent Rio this ball. It has a gyroscope inside and it just rolls around on its own in your house. It's like a Roomba, but it's a cat toy. And he loves it. He doesn't chase it. He kind of stalks it. But then it gets stuck under things and then I forget about it for days. So he found it earlier, so he was playing with it. So I was thinking about you. Luna Cat says she's so boring. Can we cover something else? Yes, we're going to. Tonight, what we're going to look at, the main event tonight is we're going to look at Fatphobia Cringe from TikTok. There's a lot of Fatphobia acceptance TikTok cringe, and it's really funny. And I thought it was right up our alley. And way more interesting than Amber. So let's do that tonight. But before we do, I want to watch Mr. Snowflake's video, if you'll indulge me, because it's adorable. And it's very funny. So let's... let me check my volumes first, because before everybody goes, Merc, we can't hear anything. Okay, let's crank everybody up to the top. Let's turn my volume down. Let's look at this. He is hilarious. He's very dry, but he's very funny. So let's watch Mr. Snowflake, and we'll even give him the whole screen because it's only a 3-minute video, and look how cute he is. Ready? Let's watch this. It's short. So this is a Under the Hood, which if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. It's Mr. Snowflake's second channel. He does Amberlynn read reactions. He uploads almost every morning, and this is his reaction to Amberlynn's latest really exciting video.
Hi everybody. It's very cold. Hi everybody. Amber's uploaded. I haven't reacted to a normal Amber in a while. Is Amber normal? No. Because I've been watching compilations of Apathetic Facts, Fupper Tales, Narc Alert. And normally I react on the live normal ones because usually they're quite dull. So I need the live chat of everybody being funny to watch it. But we're going to watch this one alone.
Oh, we got to pause for this one. Miss Simone says, I know this isn't on topic, but my twin sister's water just broke. Y'all send good vibes. It's her first kid. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Auntie Simone. New baby in the family. Good vibes, baby, for the baby.
26 minutes. She sat down.
Thank you for the super chat.
Okay. Hopefully it's not too dull and I don't have to distract myself. £500 reset. Everything reset. Everything I ate today with calories. Beginning stages of bariatric patient. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Right. Go Amber. Click.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So I am just about to do my makeup. Hello. I cut myself right here, so don't mind that. It was an accident. I've been dealing with that for a couple of days.
We never reacted to this, but I just want to say off the top, what is this outfit? What is this Stars Galaxy thing on top of this too tight lace thing? This is a lot. Anyway, back to Mr. Snowflake.
And that has not been fun. Like, it's just like a little mark. Oh my god, I need new foundation hardcore.
Oh, he's British.
It's just like a little mark, but I feel like little marks hurt the worst. Like, especially like when you have a paper cut or something. It's like something so small. Bunch of green apples, which I'm just gonna put in this container here. I mean, 4 water bottles. I haven't even taken a sip.
We're gonna save the ducks.
So what this is we
Save
have
the duckies.
broccoli. I'm gonna use some of this extra virgin olive oil. Get an egg. Fix. Okay, so I'm gonna take the toast and I'm gonna put guacamole. I've risked like 6
He's not even
avocado before, and I went to take out this. Actually, okay.
getting his haircut.
So for my next meal, I'm just having leftovers because, as I showed you, instead of having broccoli, I'm making cauliflower. Okay, so I'm hungry because I'm not like exactly hungry, but I know I should be hungry. So I am going to.
Okay, cute and smart. He's reading Chomsky. Come on.
A serving, and that's 90 calories. So
This is the best Amberlyn Reed reaction ever.
So I'm gonna show you guys a screenshot here for you guys. Calories today. Say bye, baby girl.
And yea, he said to him, yea, it just needs malt.
Bye, guys.
Yea, it just needs malt. That Amber video was shite.
Oh my god. Okay, tell me that wasn't the best Amberlyn Reed reaction you've seen all month. I will say, the one thing that Amber does when she gets really boring is she forces us to be a little more creative, right? And that's not a bad thing for us, right? If you haven't, speaking of a little more creative, if you haven't already checked out Planet Amber 3, I uploaded last night. I don't think it's quite as good as the first one, but it's okay. It's okay. I like the interview part. It was fun to make. And the comments have been so amazing. I'm so thankful for you guys and your amazing comments. And not one person said it's too quiet, the video, so that's a good thing. Yeah, it's highly transformative. Yeah, completely. Yeah, that was the best Amberlyn Reed reaction I've seen in ages. I'm not kidding. That was funny. The problem with these TikToks is the ratio, right? They're filmed so small. Yeah, I hear some of you guys talking about Marissa. I guess this girl's name is Marissa. I'm going to tell you, I am treading into completely unknown territory with this stuff. I don't watch TikToks because, I'm old as dirt. What the hell would I be doing on TikTok? I look at them occasionally, but I don't watch TikTok. I watch TikTok compilations on YouTube sometimes. But I did notice there was a great many of these compilations of fat acceptance and Fatphobia Cringe and stuff. So, Sad Biscuit. That's quite a name. Sad Biscuit says, I'm excited for Merck's reaction to these TikToks. I've been watching a lot of the reactions to them. I just thought it'd be fun, right? Something different. Amber's boring as hell. So without any further yip-yapping, let's watch. This is brought to us by, sorry, I guess I should give some credit where it's due, and I will put it in the description afterwards. Funty Times, which I see the Funty. Fun tea times. They do a lot of TikTok compilations. So we'll watch a couple of these probably. And you will let me know if Ms. Reed uploads. In the meantime, let's watch this.
Fat people do not have access to public spaces and to certain things in life because the world is not built for fat people, right? So I've talked about that on this page before. And yesterday, while I was taking a nice, big, large dump, something else crossed my mind as I was looking at my bathtub. I've never taken a bath in my bathtub because guess what? It wasn't made for me. I don't fit. And I think that's sad. Because, like, I grew up in Sea Cadets. I love the water. I literally did swimming lessons until I was 14, maybe. Like, I almost got my lifeguarding, whatever the fuck it's called. Point is, I really enjoy water and swimming and sailing and all of that stuff. But I'll never be able to have a bath in my bathtub. And I bet you that's something that, like, average people don't think about every single day because it's just a right that they automatically have. So once you start unlearning your fat phobia, you start to see it everywhere. And this is a great example of that.
This is actually a terrible...
What do we say to that? I don't get this whole I don't understand the logic in this. I just don't understand the logic in this. Okay, first of all, like it says here, your private bathroom is not a public space, so your opening comment is completely invalid. Second of all, I don't think it's exhibiting privilege to fit in your bathtub. I don't. Things are built bigger these days for people. Things, if you look 100 years ago, were a lot smaller. And yeah, what was the diatribe about the swimming and the sailing and the fishing or whatever the hell she was talking about? Because she took swimming lessons until she was 14, it's heartbreaking that she can't take a bath now? Man, like, come on. Well, get a jacuzzi tub then if you're that. You can't be bigger than a jacuzzi tub. There are larger tubs if you need one, then accommodate yourself.
Example. Just
Wow.
awful. First of all, your private bath is in your house, not a public space.
Yeah.
Second, what does taking a bath have to do with your love of water and swimming? You can still...
Okay, whatever.
If you have such a problem with not being able...
That's what we said. We said all this. Let's see. Let's see the next one.
Let's talk about how before and after pictures can be harmful.
Oh, okay.
Before and after pictures typically show someone before they lost weight, usually fat, and after they've lost weight, usually thin. In a society that idealizes thinness and typically equates being thin to being healthy and being fat to being unhealthy, this can have negative body image effects for people who look more like the before picture. You also don't really know how people achieved weight loss, but often it's through severe dieting and deprivation and the result of disordered eating. A lot of people who suffer from eating disorders and body image issues might also find these images really triggering to various disorders, such as body dysmorphia, depression, anxiety, etc. It kind of just also reinforces fat phobia and the idea that weighing more is automatically bad and weighing less is automatically good. I know. A lot of you are probably thinking, well, I'm proud of my weight loss, so why should I care how other people feel about it? To that I answer, because you're a human being and empathy exists.
Yes, empathy.
Oh, well, aren't you just taking the highest of high roads, you saintly human being? How about lose some weight, girl? If you're the one that has the issue, sorry. I don't automatically think fat is bad and automatically think thin is good. That's not how I frame it. If you do, that's an issue, not an ish me, okay? That's ridiculous. Is she heavy? What is she even talking about? Exactly. Someone says sounds like a savior complex. This isn't a heavy girl, is she? What is she talking about? Is she heavy? Is that heavy? That looks like an average sized girl to me, no? Oh, yeah, you're the queen of empathy. She's an empath, right? These people are so entitled. Look at the thumbs up, too. This is an Amber move. Because you're a human and you have empathy. Well, what about how offensive you're being and you're upsetting me? And your harshness on the topic, I find, very triggering. And I don't think that's fair or right.
Because you're a human being and empathy exists.
Yes, empathy does exist. And if you expect people to be sympathetic towards you, you also have to reciprocate that. If someone is proud of their achievement of losing weight,
I should wait till
and
she
your
reads
response
these,
is,
right, before I
"Well,
open my
this
mouth.
hurts me," then you are being selfish and unsympathetic. Being fat is unhealthy, and losing weight is a big achievement. Stop being self-centered and congratulate people on their hard work. Or at the very least, shut
Good
up
point.
about it.
Good point.
The cognitive dissonance
Nobody's
of saying,
judging
be
you.
empathetic, but also saying, what someone else does with their body hurts me, is mind.
Isn't it a little bit narky too, making someone else's weight loss about you? It's not about you. Nobody's judging you. The person losing weight isn't saying you're less than me because you're still heavy. If you're feeling that, that's an issue.
Blowing.
So in the past hour driving from New York to Boston,
I think I've
have
seen this girl.
10 weight loss billboards, like for weight loss surgery, and I just think it goes to show how insidious and unending the diet and weight loss industries are.
I see. Andy says always praising weight loss is bad. There's stories about people with illnesses like cancer who are already thin and being told that great they're losing. Yes, there are. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. But if somebody is posting a before and after photo of their weight loss that they're proud of, I don't see anything wrong with congratulating them. It's hard. Losing weight is hard. And if it's something that you've committed to doing, running up to somebody who's lost weight and automatically saying how look great they look, well, maybe no. But I think she's talking about before and after photos, right? And I would guess that more people who you see who have lost weight because they're trying to lose weight than they're dying of cancer. Not that that doesn't exist, and it does. Listen, Joan is 89 pounds. She doesn't want people to tell her how skinny she is. I get that. She's always trying to gain weight. And that's an even harder thing. My mother, her whole life was trying to gain weight. And it's funny because it's the opposite side of the coin. And it's like even harder because she said, like at lunchtime, she'd sit down at the table with all the office girls and everybody was trying to lose weight except her. And their reaction is, oh, you're so lucky. You're naturally skinny. You can eat anything and all that. And she's going, yeah, but I'm eating like a pig and I'm trying to gain weight because this isn't healthy either. So, judging anybody in that way, yeah. But if somebody's holding it up and asking, can you give me some props? Look what I've accomplished. Then, yeah.
First of all, I would like to know how many ads for fast food.
I didn't even hear what she said.
Also saw on this drive and conveniently ignored. And second, I have such a huge problem with this caption. It says 6% of people who get weight loss surgery die within 5 years.
Yeah.
This ignores the fact that someone who is big enough and desperate enough to get weight loss.
When I was in college, I had a book called How to Lie with Statistics. So whenever you see a fact with statistics, take it always with a grain of salt.
Surgery probably has a shortened lifespan to begin with because of their size. I would like to know what the statistics are for the lifespan of people who are the average size that get weight loss surgery and compare it to this number. Because I guarantee you it's not far off.
What average size
from
people get weight loss surgery?
Hi, welcome to Fatphobia Lessons 101. Let's talk about the BMI. I am responding to this comment right here. I look a little bit different because I need more time to research. And I want accurate research. To begin, we first have to acknowledge that the BMI is inherently racist. And fatphobia is linked to the racist history of the BMI. And fatphobia is inherently racist. And here you'll see why. This white man, Adolf Quetelet, made the BMI in the 19th century as a way of determining whether people deserve insurance or not. Let me explain something crucial. This man had no interest in the medical field. He just wanted to control people's insurance. So he created an ideal ratio to determine whether people deserve healthcare or not. And the only people that judged it was white European men. You don't understand why that's an issue. All races, all bodies are different. It's been proven that black women, when they have a 37 BMI, it's not as harmful when it's a white person's BMI as a 37. But they use these black women's BMIs to discriminate against them with insurance. So when you tell me BMI obesity is bad, you are not considering socioeconomic status. You're encouraging a racist practice. Go to part 2.
This woman.
Okay, Rosa Parks. First of all, Everything that was invented in the 1800s was judged by European white men. Sorry, history. Wasn't a racist conspiracy. This is so stupid. I mean, BMI is stupid anyway, right? Most people say that BMI is not. I've always heard that BMI is not, again, take it with a grain of salt if I can say that twice in one live stream. I'm sure all the people of color would like to thank this probably really privileged middle-class white girl for coming to their aid. God bless her for saving everything.
She said she took the time out to do the research to get it right, and she was still completely wrong. To start out with the factual information that she was wrong about, the BMI was not made for insurance purposes. The dude who made it had absolutely no interest in insurance or eugenics, which is where the BMI is racist bit comes in. He was a garden variety scientist that made the BMI to find the average size of men. That's it. It wasn't used for insurance purposes until decades after it was created. And that goes against the main argument here that the BMI was created to discriminate against people, particularly people of color. And even if the BMI may be less accurate with certain ethnicities, that doesn't mean that being obese is healthy. It just means that some groups of people might tolerate the effects of being overweight better than others. But it's still not healthy for anyone to be fat.
Can I just say, too, though, she's saying that African-American women can carry a higher BMI and with no problem, which may be true. I don't know. I've done no research into that. But is it not also true that diabetes tends to run higher in the African-American community? Is that an interesting correlation? I don't know. I'm not saying anything, and I could be completely wrong, but I think I've heard that. I'm not sure. I'm sure I will be corrected if I'm wrong. Like, girl, could you be any whiter? This girl gets lost in the sheets at night. She's translucent like me. Like, what the hell? Oh, she's still going on. This is part 2.
In part 1, I explained that obesity cannot be determined bad, especially when the BMI does not take into account socioeconomic status, meaning that each person's socioeconomic status does play a part in their own BMIs, and it's not taken into account in the health industry. The BMI is not primarily used because it's the only thing available. It's used because it's inexpensive and easy, and it easily discriminates against people of color. It does the job for the health industry for them. They profit off of it. However, there are more physicians catching on the fact that the BMI fucking sucks. If you are worried about going to the doctors and getting weighed, there is something you can do. I did this in my ED recovery, and I know some people didn't take me seriously because I was larger when I was anorexic. Screw those doctors. You're able to go into your doctor's office with a card, or at least tell the nurse practitioner, hey, I'm not comfortable being weighed. If I must be weighed, please do not tell me my weight. It sets a clear standard of the care you're expecting. Also, when you tell fat people that we're not healthy, just remember diet culture causes the same issues as you think obesity does.
The point that the BMI doesn't take into account socioeconomic status.
Diet culture causes the same issues that obesity does? Can someone unpack that for me? What? I don't understand what diet culture. How does diet culture give me diabetes and high blood pressure? I mean, I'm not part of diet culture. I just gave up carbs and lost weight. I've never dieted in my life, but yeah, BMI's stupid anyway. Why is she putting so much stock in it? Nobody else does. I don't even think my doctor's ever mentioned BMI.
This is ridiculous. Why would the BMI take into account someone's socioeconomic status? Yes, the obesity epidemic has ties to wealth, but that doesn't mean that weight and socioeconomic status should be put together in a single metric that doctors use. That's like saying blood pressure and the frequency that someone eats fast food should be put into one metric. Like, yeah, they're probably related, but one is a cultural issue and one is strictly a medical issue, and they need to be dealt with in completely different ways. And while the medical system probably should be more aware of socioeconomic issues,
wouldn't it take less effort to just maybe eat better and do more exercise than get angry and create all these TikToks all the time defending your weight? I mean, if you're heavy and you're comfortable with that, then that's awesome. I mean, I never judge anybody's weight except my own. I really judge my own. I don't judge anybody else's. If you're comfortable in your skin, be comfortable in your skin. But if you're so up on your hind legs about having to defend it all the time, isn't it just, I don't know. This is annoying.
Saying the BMI is bad because it doesn't.
I can't listen to her read all of this.
Because I was worried today with that video. It's exactly
the juice. I just want the juice.
Here is exactly what I wanted to say with that video, and I just didn't explicitly say it because I was worried people would accuse me of body shaming. But surprise, surprise, they accuse me of body shaming anyways. I don't think it's body shaming to point out that thin privilege exists and that people with smaller body types or thin people are catered to in the fashion industry, and fashion trends revolve around those body types.
Yeah.
So it's not really shocking when it's considered cool or trendy for people to use their thinner bodies as a fashion accessory, kind of. For example, the recent trend with low-rise jeans is typically considered fashionable when somebody with a flat stomach or abs wears them, but then it's considered gross or unflattering when someone with a bigger stomach wears them.
It's not flattering to your body shape.
I'm not trying to personally attack thin people or smaller body types. This is just a critique of society as a whole and the fat phobia embedded into it.
How about not all clothes are made for all body types? I'm exceptionally short. So some clothes look really bad on me because I'm short. I'm not going to go shame the fashion industry. I'm going to go buy petite. If you're heavy, then go to the plus size section. Just because every single item of clothes isn't made to flatter your shape, that's ridiculous. Seriously, there's things that I look at that I love, but I can't carry it off. I'm too short. It's not the fashion industry's fault. I'm a short person. It's not my fault. There's nothing wrong with me. Good Lord.
So I'm really not trying to body shame. So I really apologize if it comes off that way.
You really
I don't know
are.
exactly what video she's referring to. I couldn't find it. But to the point that thin women use their abs as accessories, I say, yes, they do.
Sure.
And what's the problem with that? Throughout history,
If I had rock hard abs, trust me, I'd be wearing a belly shirt and low-rise jeans. Well, maybe not now because I'm old, but if you work hard for your body to be in that kind of shape, you want to show it off. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if Amber works hard on her makeup and her face, she wants to show that off. There's nothing wrong with that. Does that mean that she's shaming ugly people or people who can't put on their makeup? You shouldn't put on your makeup well because some people can't put on makeup well and you're making them feel less than. This is so stupid. So stupid. Yeah, no, all fashion should just flatter all people. Every item of clothing should look universally good on all people. It doesn't work that way. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'd be showing off my abs too if I had them. Never had them. Wanted them. Never.
privilege.
Didn't want them bad enough.
Part 2. Is it fatphobic to not be okay with people who are fat enough to be on my 1,000-pound life? Overly obese people is what you call it. In the fat liberation community, we would call it super fat or infinite fat. The short answer is yes, it's fatphobic. And I think you already know that because you're thinking about it. And that's great. You should be thinking about it and questioning that in yourself. We are trained to be fatphobic, especially towards people who are super fat. Those shows themselves train us to mock and view fat people as disgusting freaks of nature and view fatness itself as something that must be corrected.
That's your judgment. People are presenting something to you. Your judgment of it comes from you. I think all of these girls are probably the most fatphobic and judgmental. I don't spend this much time thinking about other people's bodies. I really don't. You know, unless you're gonna... yeah, I just don't. I'm gonna just stop there. Do these people need jobs or hobbies or something? Like, how can you spend this much time thinking about what other people think about? It's just ridiculous.
And that is ridiculous. You said in your comment that you find me beautiful. While I am flattered, the fact that you
are
find me
beautiful,
whether in your personal subjective opinion or by a societal standard of me being on the
we
smaller
can't
end of
say
fat,
that anymore.
That doesn't make me any more deserving of love, respect, or fair treatment than someone who is super fat.
I feel like this woman missed.
Nobody said that. Somebody just said you're beautiful. Oh, so we can't say you're beautiful. We have to say everybody's beautiful. It doesn't work. Life doesn't work. This whole generation needs to come sit down and have a chat with me. See, this is why I don't watch TikTok. Biscuit says they are myopic because of their deep insecurity and feeling rejected from society. They aren't, but they're afraid they will be, so they project. I would buy that. I would buy that. They just seem to have an awful lot of time to think about themselves and their bodies and all very superficial stuff. Go pick up a goddamn book and learn something. Sign up for Duolingo. Like, do something, man. These people are a lot. I started down this wormhole. I'll tell you, they're almost done this. I'll tell you when we're done.
A lot of people use overweight as a synonym to fat, and they also use the word obese as a synonym to fat. These things are not synonyms.
No, just fat and obese are two different things. It's a medical term, right? Like obese, morbidly obese, super morbidly obese. These are definitions in the medical community. No, am I wrong?
As fat and beautiful are not mutually exclusive words. Shocking. When you use the term overweight, it implies that a fat person is over their natural set body weight.
They are.
Natural body weight is where your body is at its happiest, healthiest, and most likely where it's going to stay. So if you gain weight or lose weight, it's naturally going to come back to this natural set.
Is there a medical scale for how happy your body is? When your body is its happiest. I don't, my doctors never asked me how happy my body is. Maybe I need a new doctor.
Body weight, because this is where your body's the most comfortable. So when I try to lose weight, I always come back to this body, a fat body. So when you tell me I'm overweight,
a little overweight,
you're
that's all.
wrong. This is my natural body weight. It doesn't matter how healthy or unhealthy I eat, my body's coming back to this body. So when you say overweight, it implies that I'm unhealthy, and again goes with the stigma that fat people are only unhealthy.
Well, I don't even think she's fat. She pants that camera down. She looks like kind of a normal, big boned girl. She might have a little bit in the waist, but
it doesn't matter
is
how
she
healthy
fat?
or unhealthy I eat, my body's coming back to this body.
That
so when you
doesn't
say
look like a
overweight,
fat
it
body
implies
to
that
me.
I'm unhealthy, and again goes with the stigma that fat people are only unhealthy. Don't get me started on the word obese. That is a terrible word, and we should not be using it, period.
How are you going to start a video saying you're going to explain the difference between fat, overweight, and obese, and then not do it?
Yeah, she didn't.
I was excited. And what this woman is talking about is set point theory, that all humans have a weight that they're healthiest at, and that weight can also be overweight or obese.
That's not true.
This is just wrong.
It's not
the reason people
true.
get away with saying this is because even when someone attempts to lose weight, they
It's
tend
so
to get back
weird.
to their original weight after a period of time. But that's not because their body is healthiest at that size. It's because humans are creatures of habit. So most people
I was overweight for quite a few years. I still could lose some weight for sure. I want to lose another 10 or 15. Clearly not. I don't want to lose it bad enough because I'm not doing anything about it right now. I'm not gaining, but I'm only losing about a half a pound a week, which is nothing. But I mean, when I was at my heaviest, I fully admitted that I was overweight and that wasn't ideal for me. And I also admitted that it was okay because I clearly wasn't doing anything to change that. So I had to be okay with it because I wasn't going to change it. So you either accept yourself the way you are and you're okay with that, or you change it. But that doesn't mean you change the rules. You don't all of a sudden say, because I'm overweight is now healthy. It's not. You can say I'm overweight and that's okay, and I'll fix it when I'm ready to. I'm not ready to yet. These are a lot. Let's watch another one. These girls are... I'll tell you something. You know what I started watching? I had started watching a video called something about being obese when you're flying or something. The troubles facing the obese when they're flying or something like that. It was 20 or 30 minutes long. I think I posted it in the Discord because they put cameras on these. I gotta find that. Let me find that because I think that might be fun to watch part of. They put cameras on these self-described overweight girls, and they sent them on the plane to see, all the problems that they would encounter as heavy girls. And oh my God, the entitlement was off the flippin' chain. One of them gets on the plane And she can't do up her seatbelt because she needs a seatbelt extender. And the flight attendant comes by and just quickly looks at her and doesn't say anything. I think twice or something. And then just before they take off, the flight attendant comes by and leans in quietly and whispers, here's a seatbelt extender or something, gives it to her. And she's all happy. But then in the testimonial shot, she goes, you see, she was so embarrassed to even speak to me. She was willing to risk everybody's safety. But then the flight attendant was saying, I didn't, she said, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to embarrass you in front of everybody. But if you need a seat, like she was so nice about it. It was just an uncomfortable situation. She wasn't sure how to deal with it. And the heavy girl's going, see how they treat us? See how they treat us? And I thought, girl, if she would have, I don't know. I felt like the flight attendant couldn't win in that situation. Why did I write overnight? I'm looking for overweight. You know what I mean? Like they were both just so bloody privileged. Hey, clapping for chlamydia. How you doing? Here it is. We'll watch this, but we'll just watch part of it because it's pretty long. It's almost an hour, but we'll just watch the flight part. It's really good. I think you guys will enjoy this. It fits in with our theme tonight. It's not quite as funny. It's called The Everyday Horrors of Obese People. Are you strapped in? Because these are the two girls here. Okay, this is at a ride. So you believe this entitlement? The poor flight attendant. She even laughed and said, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to embarrass you." And she's taking this as they were putting my safety at risk. Like the unbelievable entitlement. Unbelievable entitlement. What happened? The flight attendant didn't notice that her seat, didn't say anything about her not having her seatbelt on. She couldn't put her seatbelt on because she needed a seatbelt extender that she didn't ask for. She expected the flight attendant to notice that she wasn't wearing a seatbelt and then give her an extender. So after 3 times, the flight attendant comes with the extender and says, here you are. I'm really sorry. I didn't want to embarrass you by asking if you had your seatbelt on. And she's taking this as some kind of insult. I don't know. Is that weird? Sorry, I see. What are you guys saying in here? Go to Discord and ask what's up. Wait for a new stream? What's going on? What's going on? Am I not live? Am I not live, you guys? What the hell? I'm back now. That is so weird. What was going on there? Can't be the show. It's just YouTube. We watch YouTube all the time. That was so weird. That's why you asked what happened. I thought you were asking what happened in the show, and then I went and explained. And now I'm hearing Discord going off. Yeah, okay, we're back, guys. Policy violations? Really? Really? Are you serious? Let's go check my YouTube studio. That's ridiculous. It was a bloody... It's a YouTube video. It's a reaction channel. YouTube's new boss doesn't let us stream BBC. come on. What the hell? Let's go look at let's see what's going on here. See if I bet I've been demonetized probably. Limited ad suitability. Request review. Review this shit. What do you poop? Well, I guess we won't watch that show anymore. That's weird. That's never happened before. No, they put me on limited ad suitability and I just appealed it. So it should be fine, but that is kind of freaky. That's never happened before. No, it might have been a copyright thing. Was it BBC? I don't know. Heck. It's like they want us to only watch Amber. That's not right. We won't watch that anymore. I don't want to put an SNL skit on Bob. They'll probably claim that too. That is so weird. That is so weird. Well, let's go see if there's something else silly we can watch. Of course, we do often watch stuff like this on Discord, but we can do it some more. I can't believe she hasn't uploaded. Still no upload, and I'm not watching that. I'm not reacting to the latest one because it was really boring. Let's watch Tom Harlock. He's really long, though. Instant copyright strike. Never seen that before. Never seen that before. Tom is really long, though, right? Like, it's like 40 minutes long. I just, you know what? I don't want to watch Tom. As much as I love Tom Harlock. I've seen them so many times. I can't with Amber tonight. I just can't. I'm feeling Amber at all. Unless there was something. Is there anything new, Amber, that we could watch before we? Who is Tom Harlock? Please go watch. Tom Harlock has 2 videos on Amberlynn Reid. He made a video on Amberlynn Reid, and Amberlynn Reid reacted to that video. And then Tom Harlock reacted to Amberlynn reacting. And they are both absolutely fantastic videos. A new video? She hasn't put up a new video. £500 reset is the last. Why don't we do this? Let's look at her videos and let's just sort by most popular. And of course, we're not going to watch her cancer video. Do you want to watch This Is Me? 497 pounds. It's about the same weight she is now, right? Let's watch this. Do a little retro. A little retro action. A little retro action. This is one of Amber's top most viewed videos tonight. I'm a mess. This is one of Amber's most viewed videos. It's called simply called 497 pounds.
Hey guys.
I know this angle is just so
I'll make
weird,
her big,
but I just
and I'll
wanted to
make
come
her
on here and
small.
say Happy New Year's.
My
I'm
hair.
really sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. I got super sick and I had to go to the hospital. I was puking and having diarrhea about every 3 minutes. I
Every
suffer from
3
gallstones,
minutes?
and I was having really bad sharp cramps and just horrible sharp pains in my upper abdomen area. I was worried that my gallbladder was infected, which is actually something you really need to get taken care of if that's the case. So I ended up going.
Well, thank God you haven't done anything about it. When was this video from? 5 years ago.
Into the hospital, and the doctor's actually like, I'm very glad you came here because you have a really bad stomach virus. I'm gonna give you a shot. And
the doctor was so glad she came. This is classic. The doctor got on his knees and he wept and he held her around her knees and he cried and he said, I'm so glad you came.
I hope it helps. And honestly, it did not help. I have been puking and having diarrhea. I'm sorry for the TMI for over 24 hours. I do want to say, though, I'm very glad I haven't puked yet today. Yesterday, it was so bad. About every 3 minutes, I was puking at least 4 times. And
every 3 minutes, she was puking 4 times. And every 3 minutes, she had diarrhea. This girl was busy yesterday. Puking 4 times every 3 minutes. That's a lot of vomit.
And it's just, I know something wasn't right.
No,
when you're
clearly.
puking a lot, you're supposed to drink a lot of water. So
Yeah.
I was trying to drink, water, but every time I drink water, it would just come back up. It's been miserable. I'm still going to have a weigh-in for you guys. Today is the first. It was supposed to be super exciting. I was going to wake up and start this journey with you guys, my weight loss journey, and just
we're starting a new journey.
2018, and I wanted, to start off on a good note, and it seems like I've really started off on a bad note. We'll have a weigh-in today. I'm going to set up my Fitbit. I have literally no energy to go grocery shopping, so I'm probably just going to eat like a Kind bar or something if I do eat, because food right now sounds absolutely horrible. About a month ago when I got my new scale, I weighed myself and I was at the highest I've ever been, and I feel like through all the puking and stuff that I've been going through in the last 24 hours, I know I'm probably down weight from my highest weight.
But time to have a weigh-in then.
I want to share with you guys the highest I ever was and how much I weighed during that day as well, so we can kind of just see where I'm at from there. But yeah, Happy New Year's, you guys. I'm sorry I'm coming at you like this. I'm just really sick right now, and I'm trying my hardest to feel better. Stomach viruses are no joke. And when I was at the ER, there was it was actually a little girl. She was a baby who was having the same symptoms as me. And then when I was about to leave, there was this older man who was having the same symptoms as me. And he was in there puking, and you could hear it. The most embarrassing part is when I was at the hospital, their bathroom is right next to the emergency room waiting room. And I went in there and I was like puking in the bathroom, and I came out and Becky's like, everyone heard you. It sounded like you were doing it like right here. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. It's definitely like a virus that's going around, and I hope it just doesn't last any longer.
Kind of like when you cried off camera and turned the camera around so nobody could see you, and then you came back and you were surprised that everybody could hear you. Was it like that? Do you think that maybe in the waiting room of the ER, Amber Lynn might be the kind of patient that might be extra dramatic to try and get some attention or quick service in the ER? Do you think maybe? Of course, she was puking 4 times every 3 minutes and diarrhea every 3 minutes.
Longer because I am miserable. Okay, you guys, so here is the scale. Becky and I are both going to weigh in. She's going to show you guys my weight. So I am stepping on now. And
remember when she used to actually show us weigh-ins?
Once this stops, that's how much you weigh, obviously. So 88.6. Now Becky's going to step on, so this is going to be her starting weight.
I bet Becky didn't want to do this on camera.
266.6. So there you guys go. My starting weight for this year
Why are you
is
happy about that?
488.6. I'm sure a lot of you remember I weighed myself about a month ago, and I wouldn't tell anyone what it is. I felt very sad and down about it. I actually weighed 497.0. Exactly.
Okay, if she's 488 here in this shot, does she not look a whole heck of a lot bigger now? Like, I mean, more than 20 pounds bigger? Because she's claiming that right now she's 20 pounds heavier than she is here, right? Approximately. I don't know, guys. Look at her arms. It's not just her face. Look at her arms. She looks a heck of a lot smaller to me here.
Exactly on the dot. 497. So since then, as you can
Her
tell,
arms
I
are
have
half
lost
the
weight,
size that
probably
they are
just
now.
through the puking and the pooping and the being sick. Maybe in a way, this was me starting my new year, cleaning the shit out, cleaning the pipes out.
I weighed myself today for the first time.
Well, Becky looks
in
cute here.
Probably about a week. And I've lost 4 pounds. I don't know how. My starting weight, like whenever I first met Amberlynn, I was 280. And now I'm down to 266.6.
Oh, good for you, Becky.
I'm pretty happy about that. I thought I was literally going to be starting out at like 280 because I haven't been trying to do anything lately.
Oh, this is because she was sick,
I've been
right?
drinking a lot of water, I noticed. But I mean, I don't know.
Which
I'm
is also
hoping
a
with the
sign of
whole,
diabetes.
drinking more water, eating better, eating the right portions, not going over my
Poor
calorie
Becky.
intake. That's what's going to help.
Poor Becky thought she was doing everything right, and that's why she was losing weight. It was because she was sick, right? Didn't she find out she has diabetes? Or pre-diabetic or something, which would be why she's thirsty and drinking water all the time and dropping weight on it without trying.
And then, start with the exercising.
Must have
gradually
ticked Amber
move
off, eh?
into,
Amber must have been
full-on,
unbearable to live with.
walks, runs, jogs, that type of deal. Hiking maybe someday. That's what I'm hoping to get out of this and just feel better about myself.
Oh,
and
S-Far, I'm
look
sorry.
better, be more healthy all the way around.
The video for today wasn't supposed to go like this, but again, since I'm feeling super sick, this is just kind of how it's turning out. But Becky and I are doing a weight loss wars, which we have talked about before. Becky and I, how we're doing this is we're seeing who can lose the most weight. But obviously, it's that she's smaller than me. We're not actually going.
Yes, Jody, this is before Becky had all of the life sucked out of her. Her eyes are bright. She looks somewhat happy. Poor Becky.
By weight, we're going to be going by percentages. What we're going to do is each week we're going to put $10 or $20 in a jar. I think I really want to do 20. I don't know though. We're going to put that money in a jar, and at the end of the 3 months, whoever loses the most weight in percentages is going to be the one to take that money and do whatever they want with it. We have decided together that the weight we've already lost, my lousy a little bit over 8 pounds because I decided to do tons of puking, is going to count into this. She's lost about 14. So we're going to gather the percentages, figure it all out. Right now,
why don't you just start right now, both where you are? No, she wants to get in all that puking loss. I lost a lot of weight from vomiting. I want to make sure that counts in the jar. It doesn't count. That's not what you lost.
I'm going to set up my
I mean, it is, but it's not what you
set up
lost.
My calorie counting app, which I haven't yet done that yet because I wanted to put my true starting weight in there. I'm going to be using Lose It. Becky's going to be using the same one. She's going to be using Lose It because she was trying to decide if she wanted to do Lose It or MyFitnessPal at one point. Guys,
you're right.
Update. It's currently now 6 p.m.
Agreed, Bacon.
I ended up taking a medicine for my sickness that made me super tired, so I napped for a little bit over 2 hours. Hadn't ate or anything, so I ended up just having a plus bar. But now we're finally gonna go get groceries so I can cook us dinner. Got my water with me at all times. Okay, you guys, so I want to do a grocery haul. We just got back from the store, and I need to put this stuff away, so we're gonna try to go really fast.
Why are you doing it in the living room?
Mango chunks. These are gonna be for smoothies, and they're frozen. Got a really big container of spinach. These are also going to be for smoothies.
She looks like she can't move. She looks like she's sitting and she can't move.
So Becky really wanted pickles.
Is she on a chair?
So she got some pickles.
Like in the middle of the room on a chair?
I'm aware they're high in sodium, so I'm just going to do one every snack time.
She also wanted raisins, so she got some raisins. We both got some of these oven roasted almonds, sea salt. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this here and there, depending on, what I'm making. But this is just a Prego roasted garlic and herb. I got a thing of bananas. This is purely for smoothies.
It's a really weird way to
don't like bananas
unpack your groceries, isn't it?
It's because I'm forcing myself to.
It's bothering me.
We got 2 bell peppers.
Can you do this in the kitchen?
Tomatoes.
Like you could put them in the fridge then?
Asparagus, which I have
take it out of the bag and
before, so
put it in the fridge.
How it's going to turn out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And 2 zucchinis.
I'm all tangled up here. Oh.
Because you can't stand.
Fun fact: Eric and Ricky actually used my store list to buy all their healthy foods for this year too. And
fun fact, because I'm the smart one and I buy all the healthiest food, so everybody has to copy me. Fun fact: if it hurts too much to stand here and she's 20 pounds lighter, then what is she doing now? She says she's going out all the time. Editing on the toilet, right,
Kind of
Paige?
happy. I was like, oh, you trust my judgment. So we're like,
Oh,
literally
the
doing all
editing.
same
Yeah,
things.
that
I
was
like,
exciting.
that's everything. We got 2 of these packets of mushrooms already cut up, a small pack of carrots. I only got 1 because Becky doesn't like carrots, but I'm going to try making them and see what she thinks. I got a bag of tilapia.
A lot of fish.
A thing of just regular chicken breasts. And I got 2 of these Jenny O ground turkeys. This is the 90% lean and 10% fat. And the last thing we got
Andy.
is just a thing of medium grade A eggs. The only reason why I got these is because,
To be fair, me too. Because it's open concept. But I wouldn't do it on the couch. I don't know.
for a really good snack, I'm going to have a boiled egg. And yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I got these puppies. But that's everything we got. And by the way, this was amazing. I am currently wearing my Fitbit. It's super loose on me. I know like there were some haters in the comments who were like, that ain't gonna fit her. But honey, look at the extra. This is so amazing. I have taken 1.6K, 1,600 steps so far today, which is not the greatest. You're supposed to take 10,000 according to the Heart Association place. But
yeah, I'm not doing 10, girl.
The fact that I've taken that many, I'm proud of that within myself. Everyone has different goals. Everyone works differently. I am morbidly obese. I'm gigantic. I'm huge.
6,022 for me.
So every day my goal is just to
Not
take
great.
one
Not bad.
step more
Not great.
than the day before. Bye. Baby.
How's that stepping a little bit more than the day before? How's that working out for Amber? She's gonna do, you know what? I paused it right in the middle of her going, baby. She did it, baby. Listen. So that's not new. That's not just for Fleen.
Baby.
Baby.
Wow. Just made a spinner. It's ground turkey spinach.
That looks exactly like her dinner from her latest video. Her latest video when she's showing us that very healthy thing she cooked with the cauliflower, etc. And she made leftovers and her and Fleen had it again the next day. I put it in the collage of meals because I was amazed at, if you watched Planet Amber 3, there was a collage of her meals in there. And I was just amazed at how many bowls of brown crap she eats. Like everything looks like this. This looks exactly like that super healthy meal she made in her latest video. Now that she's such an accomplished chef now, it looks exactly the same.
Tomatoes, garlic,
oh, look at the garnish.
Mushrooms, and quinoa.
2 leaves of spinach.
I've never had something like this before, and I am currently witnessing her taking a picture of it to post on Facebook, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, and I forgot, there's also mushrooms in here. I was about to take my first bite, and I was like, oh yeah, there's mushrooms. So yeah, this looks so good.
That might be tasty, but it's nothing. It's not Instagrammable food.
So it's currently the end of the night. I just want to let you guys know that I am feeling so much better. Oh my God, I feel so much better. Tomorrow I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, what I'm going to be doing to lose weight. I didn't really want to go into all the details right off the bat because I got to have stuff to vlog for tomorrow. Right, yeah. But anyways, I'm about to have me some almonds. I'm just going to have a serving of those.
A little portion bag.
Calories, not shabby. I will say I was planning on exercising from the get-go, but I realized today how sore I am from vomiting. You know where your ribs are located?
Oh,
it hurts
sore from vomiting
right there and in my back because I vomited so much yesterday.
Oh my God, I know.
Like if I giggle
4 times every 3 minutes, you guys. She's way too sore to exercise. And it's taken about 5 years. She's still sore.
The slightest, it hurts so bad. Like
she's still sore from this, guys. That's why she's not exercising.
So a lot of you can say like I'm making excuses, but I just think I'm gonna hold off on the exercising. I am gonna be moving a lot more, mainly because I have a Fitbit, and I really enjoy seeing how many calories I've burnt. Supposedly, I burnt over 5,000 calories today, and that just makes me feel amazing. And I was in the fat burning for, I think it was about an hour and a half. I am in love with this Fitbit. It's amazing. Great purchase. I'm going to end this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
It was a bad purchase. And every subsequent one after that was a bad purchase because you don't use them and they don't do anything for you. For the amount of stuff that you get out of that Fitbit, you could use your phone. You don't need a Fitbit. You're not fit. You're not a little bit. Not even a little bit fit. Not even a bit fit. So take off that watch. Just smarten up. I got nothing to say. What am I going to say about her? What can you say about the girl? Let's hear it for the girl. I don't know what to say. I got nothing more to say about her. I wish she would do something. You know that meme of the poking with the stick? That's what we feel like right now. The whole community is poking Amber with a stick, asking her to do something. Should we maybe, before we go, just have a quick look? I'm sure she's uploaded something really captivating on her Instagram since I last looked. Oh, yeah, of course she has. Should we have a little peeksy weeksy at her Instagram? Let's see what the girl has to say. Girl dox me, though. I would be so okay with it to prove that person wrong. They're ridiculous. What's this? I got permission. Don't attack her. Y'all just be proving me wrong. What's she doing? Some fight in the comments? Just my daily message to say I love you and your content makes me true. Oh, someone accused her of writing this to herself. So she's, I guess, fighting with them, proving that... Do you wish there would have been more LGBT plus representation in TV shows when you were a kid? Yeah, I'm sure she does. They hate when you get shown support. Here is some more love. For one day, I should just post the love I get. It's a lot. I see a majority of it, but I don't post it because I feel like it's meant for me and not for everyone else. I think, oh yeah, she had this thing going on about fast food and takeout, and it's not the same or something, but I think of fast food versus takeout the same as you. I'm glad. Oh yeah, she says fast food only comes from a drive-through restaurant or something, and the other one is I don't know, who cares? Again, with the obsessive labeling of things. Born and raised in Seattle, it's not what you think. Gray and dark, often very expensive seasonal depression. It being gray and dark is one of the reasons that I love it. You don't love it. You've never been there. You love the idea of it. Do you use tap to boil water for pasta? Do people eat raw chicken? They cook it and then eat it. Boiling water is like cooking raw chicken. It takes away the bacteria and anything that my OCD is afraid of. Yeah, I guess it cooks the worms, right? She's afraid that there's worms in her sink water, as she calls tap water sink water. And she says she can't drink sink water because it's got worms. Girl, yeah, you eat in restaurants. I'm just saying. How do you feel about FFG getting her sister-in-law to take BBJ from Chantal? Cringe and deceitful, all for views. You know what? Unpopular opinion, I completely agree with Amberlynn Reed here. I don't want to get into that whole drama. There's in our LOLCal thread, we've been talking about it. And everybody's very happy that the cat is safe, and I am too. But this FFG is insane. Like, if you want to save the cat, you go save the cat. You don't live stream it. You don't make a big deal about it. You don't monetize it. Just go save the cat and shut your flippin' mouth about it. It's my opinion. Please expose the business account restaurant so we can avoid. I'm not sure I feel comfortable. What's that about? Here for the messages. Thank God someone else agrees. You mean about the French fry girl thing? It's disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm glad the cat's okay, but it's just I think it's revolting. Did you see Ethan confront the Nexium guy? Did you see Ethan consult the Nexium guy? That was one of the best pieces of YouTube video in the last 6 months. Yes, I'm an empathetic person, so I felt bad for the guy, but I also hate the guy for lying about Tourette's. Does she know what Nexium is? Great idea, Andy. What did Andy say? I fill up the sink and do the dishes, and then I take that sink water and drink it. She felt empathy for the guy who was okay with women getting branded in a cult. Are you kidding me? Oh, this isn't gonna be good for her. She had sympathy bone for the fucking Nexium guy. Okay, blush. The Nexium cult. The guy, Keith Raniere, I did an arc alert on the Nexium guy. He's in jail now, as is his right-hand chick. But the cult still exists. And there was this guy who was on H3 this week because he wrote to Ethan Klein and said he wanted to be heard and be interviewed because he believes that Keith Raniere and Nexium helped him cure his Tourette's. And Ethan's like, wait, I have Tourette's. It's not curable. And then he also said to Ethan, oh, I've heard you, I know you're an Andrew Tate fan. I've heard you picking holes in that story and really... And Ethan's like, okay, this guy doesn't have a clue who I am. So they had him on and interviewed him and completely ambushed him. Like, let him talk for 20 minutes about, oh, yeah, well, yeah, but how do you get around the fact that he sexually abused those kids? And, Ethan was playing the guy for the whole time until the very end and then just dropped the bombshell and said, well, you know what, I think you're lying. I don't think you ever had Tourette. Like, it was just beautiful. And this guy, Amber feels she's empathetic for him. She found her sympathy bone for the cult who brands women. Keith Raniere, the guy who's in jail, one of the things he didn't do it himself, of course, because like Charles Manson, he's smart and he has other people do his crap. He had the women branded with his initials. Branded with his initials. With a coat hanger shaped in the form of his friggin' initials. Unbelievable. Are you worried about the cold weather in Seattle since it hurts with your lipedema? No, because it's just as cold here where I live. Well, girl, you're never going to Seattle, so it's whatever. I was thinking about buying a cubby. How was your experience with it? It's more of an exercise than just walking. I get more out of breath. My muscles feel it more. I burn more calories, etc. Is that the under the desk pedals? Is that what the cubby is? Branded like they brand farm animals. Yes. Putting a hot wire in flames and branding their flesh with it. I did an arc alert on it. Go watch it. Yes, that's the pedal thing. She's not using that. She's not using that. Well, there you go. That was a little bit more interesting Instagram than she's said lately. She's going to get in trouble for that. And I'm just like, it really, the whole sympathy bone thing and empathy and I don't care and all that crap. I don't really care. But man, that's insulting that she feels more for a friggin' male cult leader who brands women than she does for me because I'm a reaction channel. It's called empathy. Good Lord. What a weird, odd world we live in. Well, I'm going to call it. I'm getting hungry. It's 7:30. It's that time when Merc gets hungry because I should have eaten, and I didn't. But I'm going to. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know we weren't going to watch Amber, and then we did. It's she's the tie that binds, right? Let's keep an eye out and see what happens with this. This is very interesting. Her supporting a cult. Also, Amberlynn supports a cult that brands women. Cool. But she really hates him because I hate him because it's such a childish way to put it, right? But I do hate him because he lied about having Tourette's. Do you hate him? Or you just don't trust him, don't respect him? You hate him? Weird. Anyway, I'm going to go eat. Thank you all for joining me and the sleepy man who didn't even come over and say, oh, look, I bought new treats for him. He's not waking up. We'll get him next time. I'll throw in a couple of videos in the next day or two. I don't know. We're going to do, for sure, Wednesday afternoon, early afternoon lives. I like doing those. They're fun, and I get to see all my EU and UK people who for this time it's too late. Thank you for joining me. Please go watch Planet Amber 3 if you haven't already. It's not performing well because Planet Amber never performs well, and they're so cute. I love them. Anyway, if you have a minute, go watch it. I'd love that for us. Tomorrow night in the Discord is, of course, Sunday night. It's MILF Manor night, and we'll be MILFing it up in the Discord tomorrow night. Maybe we'll play some games later. It's still early. We'll see. We never know what's going to happen because we go with the flow. Thank you. Oh, Ella, thank you for posting the link to Planet Amber. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Bye. Just hang up. That's it. Bye. Thank you for joining me. Until we meet again, you know the routine. Be kind and hasta luego.